Good evening, race fans, and welcome to your Sunday night fix of sim racing, provided by top tier race providers. It's QRT. It's the Sunday Night League. It's GT3s and Porsche Cup cars. Oh yes, what a season this is going to be. Prizes up for grabs for the drivers as well. The overexcitable Scotsman in the commentary box. 'Tis I, John Wright, aka Double O Raven. I'll be bringing you all of the action from Silverstone, Nürburgring, Monza, Spa and Valencia. An absolute classic of a calendar, and Porsche Cup cars around all those tracks are going to be fun. 10 have registered. We'll see many are out on track. We've got quite a few bits and pieces scoring wise as well. The QRT consistency points have returned. You'll love to see it. There is qualifying for 15 minutes. The race is 90 minutes long, and there will be, of course, drive-through penalties for all lap 1 incidents and 3 penalty points as well. There we go, as the mandatory pit stop. I know that's where you thought was going. First of all, let's get straight out on the track though. We've got 8 minutes left of qualifying. It's a 90-minute race, as I say. We've got the 1 mandatory pit stop for fuel and tyres, and there is consistency points, as I mentioned. These will be taken from simresults.net. And will be for each of the 3 classes, which is GT3 Pro, GT3 Silver and the Porsche Cup cars. At the moment we have 38 cars out on grid. Damien Konzik topping the time. Oh no, he was, sorry, it's Brogan Dyer, fresh from his win at Spa. Look how close it is up at the top. This is phenomenal. CRX Shane, let's go FNM. Ooh. That's Maggots and Beckett's exit there. Oh, the Ferrari doing some pirouetting. Solikov not having the best of time. Casing up at the front. Fear Nothing Moto FNM up in 3rd position. Their livery hasn't worked. We'll get them to check that for next week. Oh, one of the liveries has worked at least. Excellent. That's a good front right wing there. And as soon as you jump on a car in qualifying, of course, they go off into the gravel. Team Shumi Skins will no doubt be winner of best livery of the season. Those dragons are incredible. A bit more housekeeping though, of course, before I get distracted by the beautiful artwork. Consistency in each of the splits. 5th place will be awarded 2 points, 4th 4 points, 3rd 6 points, 2nd 8 points, and 1st place in the consistency charts will receive 10 points, and that is quite frankly huge when you take into consideration there is only 1 point between each position in the scoring, with the race winners bringing home 50 points, 2nd place 49, then 48, then 47. All the way down. So first lap penalties could be massively detrimental, but being consistent can pay unbelievable. 30 points for the race winner. 29, 28, 27, 26. Works its way down in 1 point integer. So yeah, those 10 points for being the most consistent driver in your split really can bring home the bacon. At the minute we have Jerome Jongen leading the way in the Porsche Cup cars. We never often use chase cam, I think, given that engine sound. We could be allowed to now and again. 5 minutes left to quali. Is Jongen leading the way for the Cup cars. Horman making it a QRT 1-2 with Silviu Slama. Turn 1 FRL official. Officially sliding his way into chapel there. You'll love to see it. We've got Landro Mock, the Echo Air car. And then Robert Roskule, another Turn 1 FRL official 992 Cup with Daniel Steiner, another Echo Air entry, making it 7th position. We've got Dennis Timmermans just off the Cup car pace, but I imagine he will be up with the rest of them fairly shortly. And then it is Lieutenant Red Eye. Bringing up the rear of the Cup cars. We'll see how they all go on. Neil Eriksson still on the pits for Team Schumi Skins. Not set a time yet. Everyone else has. And it's Brogan Dyers that they're all chasing. 57.602 for Dyer. Optimum track, 32 degrees. So not quite optimum temperatures, but definitely maximising the grip on the Mustang at the moment. Juan Sebastian Casangena. Certainly putting to bed any of my misgivings about the Porsche in a straight line. It's safe to say this is a fairly high speed track, plenty of top end required in quite a few parts of the track. That doesn't seem to be swaying Casangena from getting himself up onto the front row, and a good 10th ahead of the Mercedes. Let's hear it for LFM Bop. Fear Nothing Motos top entry at the minute, 3rd position on the front, on the second row, sorry, with Damien wins just about everything. Kodzic, he is very quick. Some quick drivers if he is in 4th at the minute. Then it is Tyler Carr, another FNM in the Mustang. Oh, someone's just gone quicker. Gilroy has just gone quicker. Ben Gilroy for Team Schumi Skins goes row 2 and off the track in celebration. He's just about got time to get another lap in. Christophe Papai, bit down the field at the moment, but he is 3/10 up. And that'll see him move up a handful of positions, definitely into the top 15 if he can bring this one home. McLarens have been known to do well here, and I need to fix that now, apologies. Yeah, so we'll stay on board and we'll see how he does for this lap. Only a couple of corners to go. He's lost a 10th. We've also got Gianluca De Luca up in 8th place, looking to find a couple of 10ths. Jace Wright just behind him, but the 2 10ths that De Luca's got at the moment won't see him improve any. Half a second between 7th and 8th. That is quite the gap. Oh, and that's Konzig just gone quicker. Konzig's just gone 3rd. Christophe Papai. Oh, yep, and he did improve as well, up to 16th. He is up to 16th position. Hanowitz up into 4th place for Schumi Skins. David Grant still there, but there we go, confirmation. Konzig now, 2:10. Castingay's gone quicker and closed the gap to less than a 10th. Around the track this long, absolutely incredible driving. We still haven't popped that on. Let me just make this happen. Excellent, but yeah, Castengate. Oh, and Dyer's just gone quicker. Dyer has just gone 15 hundredths quicker, 15 thousandths quicker, sorry. To stretch that gap to exactly a 10th. That'll be him done with qualifying then. So the marker is laid down. Good evening, Harry. How are we, sir? And yes, of course, good evening to everyone else in chat as well. Hope you're all doing well. I've got quite a few drivers out. FNM, I've already had some shout outs in the chat. We've got a lot of drivers in the pits. We've barely got through the rest of the field actually. We'll get a good solid rundown of the whole grid once we get them all lined up. Hajo Horman still leading the way, but Jerome Jongen, sorry, Horman has taken the lead in the Porsche Cup cars. Almost identical times between the two of them, although Jerome Jongen looking to blow that out the water at the minute. Damien Konzig, does he have time to finish his lap? Nope, he's just invalidated it. Let's see what Jerome Jongen can do. on board the Porsche Cup car out onto the back straight. Plenty of grip in these cars, said no one ever. And at the minute he is looking purple. As you can see there on the timing board, there is half a tenth, less than half a tenth, between the two of them, and he is just balancing that at the moment. Needs to keep this one nice and planted. Just do what you've done before, bring this one home, don't push too hard. It's easier said than done when you see that little green timing up the top. You're up on your time, get the foot down. Oh, he's now level. It's going to be ridiculously close as he crosses the line. Did he invalidate there? No, he doesn't go quicker. Oh, something happened on the last corner. He doesn't quite get the pole position. Do we have cars still out on track? Yes, we do. Soyber coming across the line in the Ferrari. Tyler Carr still out on track as well. He is down on his time at the moment. Could be looking for a big exit here past the pit entrance. Yeah, no, half a second down. I would say this is a sighter for tyre temperatures more than anything. Yeah, it brings that one over. Oh, Tyler McCulloch, sorry. Tyler McCulloch looking for a big jump in position. 15th at the moment. If this delta is correct, this is going to be a very good time if he can bring this across the line. He's 4/10ths up, according to what I've got here. That would see him 8th position almost. 9th place for McCulloch at the death. Absolute phenomenal lap to put in there right at the end. 9th, sorry. Up into 9th place. Wow, let's have a look at that then. Qualifying. In the Cup cars, it was Horman that stole it at the end by 37 hundredths. These two half a second ahead. Row 2 in the Porsche Cup cars. Roskule and Slama 3rd and 4th, with Mock and Steiner 5th and 6th. It's Timmermans and Red Eye 7th and 8th in the Porsche Cups. We'll just go overall. And yeah, there we go in the silvers. It was McCulloch who took 9th place and thereby taking pole in the silver split. That's quite the job he done there. Less than a tenth ahead of Solberg in the Ferrari. What a season this is going to be. It is then, of course, Dogac Array, 3rd place side by side with Masho, although we'll see him saying side by side. We'll see what they are overall. Madsen and Vest 5th and 6th, with Woolley and Planik 7th and 8th. Sokolov and Florindo 9th and 10th. Rosas and May 11th and 12th. And Hageman bringing up the rear of the silver field. All the drivers getting a time set. Overall, you can see there McCulloch's effort gets him into the top 10. Soyberg in 11th, just outside. Jace Wright sandwiched by the two in the Lambo. That is going to be a phenomenal turn one. Leon Wessels in the Bentley. Can't wait to see that thing perform. Dyer and Konzig splitting the purple sectors. Not bad at all. Cassin Jana not quite able to find his way. He's going to feel hard done by a 10th slower than pole position around Silverstone, and he's in 3rd place. Incredible. Hanowitz in 4th. Grant and Carr on row number 3, with Gilroy and DeLuca on row number 4. Jace Wright will be joined on row 5 by silver driver McCulloch, and Angelo will be joined by a silver driver on row number 6. His teammate Abelstad will have Leon Wessels with him on row number 7. And then it is until the back of row 8 we see Christophe Papai and Lemos 17th overall. Kaspergen, I'm sure that's not a representative time for the BMW driver. 25th position overall, with Curtis Ericsson down at the back of the field. Kashik Tarash joining Ericsson, not getting a time set. Let's have a quick look and run down the grid as we do. Good split of manufacturers, and I think we're going to see a good split of strategies as well. Of course, it is the 90-minute race. In fact, bear with me a second. Let me just see if I can add something here, actually. That's a short. That's a short start, my apologies, that's completely caught me off guard there. Let me get this stopped and get back onto the action. I thought it was a full warm-up lap there, but it's Brogan Dyer who does get a good start with Damien Konzig, Sebastian Kassing getting a good start as well. All look pretty clean down with the silvers as well. You can see a big train of cars right down through the field through Magnussen-Beggs to go to Porsches. Go side by side. The Cup car right out on the grass. That's going to be some gravelly tyres and not a lot of grip on the way into Chapel. A couple of cars. James May and the Pennzoil machine facing the wrong way. Steiner down at the back of the pack as well. Jace Wright as well. Looks like his Lamborghini has got caught up in something. In fact, we're going to have a quick look and see what happened. Oh, it's a knock-on effect there. The McLaren on the inside gets unsettled. The Porsche on the outside tries to give the room back and then just doesn't see the front of his car. And wow, so unfortunate. Such a light touch on the front. Innocent bystander. And off to the side he goes. And off into the lead. The top 5 go. They've got a good breakaway here. David Grant, sorry. The best of the rest at the moment. You can see he's got Gilroy and the looker behind him. Car's been overtaken. He's lost a couple of positions. Brogan Dyer holding firm along the Wellington Straight. Having a look at this at the moment, Christoph Planek with an incredible start. He's up 7 positions in all of the chaos. Goes Jace Wright down 24. Milos Mashko as well for the Kremenka racing team. Always looking for a move as well. Oh, and that's a bit quick in at the back of the Porsche Cup car there. We do definitely have to give way. Masho just mashing his way past there. He is definitely down a few positions. As I say, Planek up 7. Tyler Carr dropping 5 at the start. So not the most solid start. He's just run wide through turn number 1 there. He's got a couple of his teammates ahead of him. And also Thomas D'Angelo for FNM, the Fear Nothing Moto Lamborghini, having a good ascension through the ranks in the opening lap, up that 4 spaces. So most of them that his teammate lost, gained by that 1 car, but it is still Hanowitz, Konzig. Oh, Castengay's got the overtake done. Yeah, Castengay is ahead. Let's have a look and see if we can catch that one. Wow, I've been caught out by so much. Let's have a look here. The Porsche destroying the McLaren in a straight line. This is on their way into Chapel. No, it's not. It's coming at the Hamilton straight. Oh, and yep, a bit of contact there on the way through, and the Porsche managed to muscle his way around the outside. The Fear Nothing machine of Grands in 5th position. Yeah, he's got SMS either side of him as well. That's the tricky spot he's got himself in. Team Shumi Skins looking to get themselves back on the podium. Brogan Dyer watching all this unfold in his rear view mirror. Castengay and Konzig were only separated by 200ths in qualifying. They're now only separated by a couple of tenths on track, but it is the Porsche of Castengay, Dina, who is up into... Oh wow, look how much later on the brakes he is, right on that inside apex. That is a lot of grip for the Porsche, so much more nimble through the corners. Absolutely incredible, completely destroying the Mustang on the way through the final couple of corners there. Past the pit entrance to going on to the start-finish straight. Lap number 2 in the books. It's Dyer leading from Castengina, who's just set the fastest lap of the race. Konzig, Hanowitz and Gran with Gilroy in 6th. It's DeLuca in 7th. Angelo in 8th. McCulloch holding on to the silver lead and top 10 spots. Overall, Abelstad, his teammate behind him. In fact, he's got 2 teammates behind him, so quite a comfortable little run he's got. Of course, it's Dogat Ray, the next driver in the silvers. He's got himself ahead of Solberg. So my apologies to Ray. The Majestic E-team are rising majestically in the opening couple of laps, and they've made the spot up in the silvers to get themselves up into 2nd. We've got Lemos in the Mercedes behind Solberg as well, all very close here. There's probably a lot going on with the Porsche Cup cars as well. Let's have a look and see how they're getting on. Well, it is Harman and Jongen. These two are taking off from the cars. We've got Masho in the BMW back behind them again, with Ericsson in the Lambo looking to make an overtake there if he can. Oh, there he is there. I was going to say, where the Lambo can't be that close, but he was absolutely on his tail, and he's going to make the move. He's going to get it done up the inside, is he? He does indeed. Good rotation on the car. Beautiful view of the rear spoiler, not the Hamilton straight. It's going to be the Lamborghini that emerges in the lead there. Or is it? Yes, it is. Neil Eriksson, Team Shimmy Skins, take a bow in the Lambo. Very nice overtake there. Sokolov looking to do the same thing as well. He's in a Ferrari and got a couple of Porsche Cup cars ahead of him. The Porsche Cup cars, no slouches in a straight line. They might not have much in the way of aerodynamics, brakes, grip, tyre life, or any of those other things that you need, but they can go in a straight line. Oh, a clumsy contact there. Lukas Solikov finds himself off and onto the escape. Well, there's a lot of gravel on those tyres as well. Kasanjana still in second place for the moment. Question, because he has looked very quick indeed, and he's not giving that BMW any breathing space at all at the minute. As we can see, the Porsche, and they're breaking away a bit from Konzig as well, it has to be said. He's Konzig we've seen here at QRT quite a few times. Very, 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 very quick driver. And Brogan going full defensive then, pulling right over to the other side of the track as early as possible. Trying to break that slipstream, and of course giving himself options when he gets to the braking zone. Nice wide entry into Chapel for Dyer. Just keeps it between the Mayo and the Mustard. Kasanjana using all of the exit. You can see Konzig in the background really is getting swallowed up by Hanowitz. The top four now looking for a good breakaway as Gilroy for Team Shimmy Skins trying to put one over on FNM at the moment. The Mercedes and the McLaren have themselves a phenomenal little battle. So too Tyler Carr. He's down a couple of positions from the start. He's got one of his teammates directly ahead of him. Oh, and McCulloch's been overtaken. McCulloch's been overtaken for the lead. Wow, welcome to QRT. If you've never been to a QRT race before, I guarantee you're going to come back again, because they're like this all the time. Doga Jure has got the overtake done. Tyler McCulloch, I think, had an incident. In fact, I think he had two incidents. So this is one of them. We'll have a look back. Oh, if I can, I think it's about to disappear. Oh yeah, it just runs wide. Oh, and then almost, yeah, catches a teammate, but Doga Jure keeps it consistent. Yeah, that was just dropped off. I will try and catch that again. But yeah, so Tyler McCulloch no longer in the lead. Soisberg is right in the hunt as well. He is not one of the FNM team drivers, so yeah, there'll be no quarter given or asked there. We've got Leon Wessels looking for an overtake as well. The Bentley absolutely flying, flatlander performance. Very good with the printed circuit boards on there. Oh, there's so much action going on right now. Into Magnussen, Beckett's, Wessels all over the back of Angelo and Planik. A couple of these drivers down positions. Planik up 8 spots. Angelo and Wessels down 3 and 2 respectively. And through Magnussen's Beckett's, it looks like it's going to be the Bentley that gets the overtake done. He's got a beautiful run through there. And it was Angelo that was all over the place for FNM, and has made it very easy work for the Bentley to go round the outside. He's come back over, he's gone full defensive mode. He's tried to hang him as far out as possible. It could just have played in the hands of Wessels as he gets a beautiful look at a cutback then. And you can hear the engine on the left hand side just hanging on to the track limits. Here we go then. Who's going to have their nose in front onto the Hamilton straight? The Lamborghini enters the braking zone. In the lead, the Bentley rotates beautifully on the inside curve. Lambo on the outside line. He's going to have more grip. He's going to have more traction. He's kept it beautifully in the lead then. Leon Wessels doing everything he can to get the car past Thomas Angelo, but the Fear Nothing Moto driver really living up to the team motto there, because that was some stunning side-by-side through some very tricky corners. Angelo hanging on to the position, but they've brought Vest into this one as well in the Ferrari. Let's see what Vest can do now that he's been thrown into this battle. The leaders might be battling as well, but this is some scintillating stuff that's going on down here. We've still only got 3 tenths between the top two, and they've actually got a second now between Konzig and Hanowitz, who are separated by 6 tenths of a second. Yet another QRT race where the leaders are separated by an average of 4/10 of a second for the entire race, and they are loving it as much as we are, I can guarantee it. Ralph Vest was the driver I mentioned a moment ago. He's jumped right onto the back of this battle. Let us go. BMW, Lamborghini, Bentley and Ferrari had a race and they went 3 wide along at the start-finish straight. Is someone about to get Verstappen here? The Bentley gets the inside line, the Lamborghini takes the position, the BMW try to leave room, they've made contact, and Ralph Vest has sailed on through. He's got a free 2 for 1 there. As those two cars made contact, they tried to leave room. It did not work, and Planek finds himself off through turn number 1 there. And you can see also there was a bit of argy-bargy there around the outside. The Bentley absolutely flying up the inside line. The BMW backs right out of it, and the Bentley just with an extra touch of the brakes to steady the car, and the two of them making inevitable contact and facing completely the wrong way. And Ralph Vest says, "Thank you very much, I'll take 2 and say toodaloo." And off he pops then, 15th position. Damien Konzig now a 2.5 down on the race leaders, who are still only separated by absolutely nothing. As the post goes side by side at the Village Complex, he's nose to tail. He is not for spending much longer behind the Mustang, looking for the cutback, beautifully defended by Dyer. Castanzina having to absolutely mount that sausage curve. We're not at the Wellington straight. Dyer is going to hold on to this one, but for how much longer? Castanzina is absolutely here for the win. Konzig made up 7/10 of a second with those two going full battle here. This is going to be an absolute gift from the sim racing gods. We can only hope that the three of them pit at the same time as well, or at least within a lap of one another. Jerome Jongen is now a very solo Porsche Cup car. There are Porsche Cup cars driving as well. I can only apologise to those drivers. He does seem to be on his own. Christopher Pye is into the pits, and we seem to be missing Hajo Horman. Yes, we are missing Hajo Horman. Not sure what's going on there. We do have a solid battle going on though with Roskilde. Looking to get past Slammer. This is for second, so it's 2 turn 1 FRL officials racing one another, 3/10 apart out of the last corner. You can see the BMW of Kasbergen ahead, trying to get past Jace Wright, who's making his way back through the field after a difficult opening lap. Oh, and one of the Porsches is gone. Slammer's gone. He's just lost the back of the car through turn number 1. The grip has said sayonara. We do love the sound of those engines. Oh, he's just taken a little tap on the rear, and that's not gone well. Oh, and that's Sober taking a tap on the rear as well. And yeah, more than just a bit of a tap there, so more action going on. I believe that's Dogachere. No, it's not Dogachere, it's Josh Woolley. Just ahead. Oh, and the Ferrari's completely lost it. He's trying to take avoiding action, and all he's done is collect another driver there. Tried to throw himself onto his sword, and all he did was throw himself onto the line for another car. He's now tumbling down the order as Ericsson for Team Schumi Skins makes back a couple of more positions. Dogachere then leading in the silvers after a mistake or a contact. For McCulloch, it did miss it. It was up on the replay, and then it vanished off the bottom. Yeah, whatever it was that ailed him has put him down the order and into second place in the Pro-Am. So Lemos now separating them. He does have Angelo 4 seconds down the road with Vest chasing him, so at the moment he just needs to get the head down and hang on to the second place, steady the ship. Still an hour and 15 minutes left to go with that mandatory pit stop. 37 degree track temperature, so I would guesstimate we're going to see a lot of 50-50. So 45 minutes into the race, expect a lot of pit stops. I wouldn't expect anyone pitting as Sober comes in to get the damage repaired. Anyone coming in for their mandatory stop voluntarily with more than an hour and 5 minutes left of the race. You definitely want to make sure you can maximise the tyres for the entirety of the stint. 37 degrees for an hour and 5 minutes. They're definitely going to feel the wear somewhat. Carsten Gina is definitely making sure Dyer can feel the pressure of being the race leader again into the village complex. Just gets so much closer. It's amazing the difference in these GT3 cars, how massively different their characteristics are when it comes to cornering and straight line speed. And yeah, through that final little corner complex before you get on to the Wellington straight, it really does absolutely keep you on your toes. And there we go, exiting for another lap, and Konzig actually is bringing himself right back into this as well now. We can see he doesn't have too much to make up now. He's got the top two sitting pretty just ahead of him. Into Magnussen and Beckett. It's going to be very close between the top drivers. Gilroy and Crane's still very close as well. They're closing in now on Hanowitz, who's 3 seconds adrift of Konzig. He was only 3 tenths down there. McCulloch is keeping pace with Lemos as well. And Leon Wessels has recovered his Bentley. He's 4 tenths down on Florinda, holding 5th in the silvers. Run down in the Porsche Cup cars. As you can see, it is Jerome Jongen with the phenomenal lead at the minute. He has got 6 positions on his nearest rival, being Lando Mott for the Echo Air Racing team. He's got Ross Goulet, who was putting up a bit of a battle and is still hanging on in there. Looking good on the podium at the minute with Kasbergen and, oh sorry, Timmermans. There we go, Timmermans there, and Steiner. Not far behind. Steiner carrying a bit of damage there, and I think Slammer will be as well, as we saw that big off track excursion. Oh no, actually, yeah, so just a bit of a scrape there actually, so they could be in a bit of a better position. Soyberg back out with the pits, Angelo into the pits, an hour and 12. That's going to be quite the stint. Oh, Slammer almost sliding completely off the track to the side there. Lieutenant Red Eye bringing up the rear for the Porsche Cup cars. Christoph Papai in the pits, Sokolov down at the back of the grid, and Angelo in and out of the pits, back out in 32nd position, sorry, 33rd place overall for the Fear Nothing Moto car. Oh, of course, yeah, they were involved in this incident here. There's been so much going on that did not convert to my short-term memory. But yeah, of course, this will be why the Fear Nothing Moto car was into the pits to get that damage repaired. Oh, and yeah, it was the incident after that. But yeah, Thomas Angelo now with an hour and 11 minutes to do. 37-degree track temperature at 3 PM. It's not going to get much colder, if at all, for the drivers. More Fear Nothing Moto action on track. It is Jacob Curtis in 20th position. Still just outside the top 10 in the pros. Got Jongen ahead of him in the Porsche Cup car, and got Jace Wright looking a bit battered and bruised there, it has to be said, after a tough start to the race. Wright qualified slightly higher up. Oh, we've got a drive-through for track limits. No one up in front. Look how close the leaders are. Oh, there's way too much action going on, and we love it. Sokolov picking up the drive-through for track limits. Curtis looks like he's picking up more than just a bit of slipstream. He might be picking up a position here. They've both got past Jongen. Is Chase Wright going to make this one stick? Heading on to the Hamilton straight. They've got the Mercedes a fair bit up the road. The Porsche Cup car runs a bit wide with Kasbergen looking to get past as quickly as possible and get involved with what's going on ahead, and that is certainly an involving race at the minute between these two. Into Village they go. The Wellington Straight slipstream is going to definitely be in the favour of Jace. Right, you can see he gets right onto that inside apex, goes for a slightly wider entry and exit from Aintree onto the Wellington Straight. Good rotation by the Mustang, absolutely threw himself at that inside curb. Good entry, and it's given him a phenomenal exit and a bit of breathing space from Wright himself. Has got a bit of breathing space at the moment from the BMW find. Oh, loses the back of the Lamborghini temporarily there, and that brought the BMW Kasbergen very close indeed. Kasbergen right on the rear spoiler of him there. If he had been a tenth or two closer, there definitely could have been some avoiding action required after a bit of a time slapper from the damaged Lamborghini. Up at the top, Konzeg now finds himself a second down again. It won't be long before he's back up on the rear spoilers, I'd imagine. Team Shumi Skins still find themselves behind the Fear, behind and in front, sorry, of the Fear Nothing Moto team. This one looking very good for team publicity. Anyone from the Team Shumi Skins? It does look good with the two of them sandwiched either side of the Mercedes. The Mer doing a phenomenal job keeping Hanowitz on his toes, and Gilroy in his rear view mirror can't be the easiest of tasks. You do get a decent enough rear view mirror on that, and we can see the Shumi Skins car in the background. We do have a yellow flag there. Justin Hageman and Sokolov off track. Hageman completely stationary at the minute, just waiting on some cars to go past before he gets moving again. If he's not able to get moving soon, we'll get one of the stewards to remove him. Obviously causing a yellow flag. You don't want anyone to pick up a penalty for overtaking. But Green at the minute still looking for a way to get past the McLaren while fend off a McLaren. He's got the latter one of those down to a T at the moment, but it is getting past Hanowitz. It's proven to be that little bit tricky. The McLaren, an absolute monster in a straight line. We can see it just pulling away willfully once again from that Mercedes. Oh, Dyer pulling away a bit as well. Yeah, there is a yellow flag showing there. Let me just very quickly. Apex Vest, thank you very much for the follow. I'm going to guess that might be our vest in the race. Thank you very much. And Dude Department. Let's go Scuderia Jafostes, Lemos, Florinda and Rosas. Yeah, a couple of names that we've mentioned so far. Yellow flag for Leon Wessels. Oh, he's back on track, which means he was off track. Let's have a look at this one. So on the exit to Marcus and Beckett's, oh, just a bit of an over rotation, and he keeps it out with the wall. Nicely done, and had the heavy brake on the gravel, so not too much in the way of flat spots there. So that was a bad situation, made a bit better by the driver managing to hang on to it. He does now have a Mustang-sized headache. Jacob Curtis for Fear No. We've seen these two go side by side already, and quite frankly, I'm here for some more of that action. I'm sure Leon won't be too pleased at that, but hey, it keeps everyone entertained. They are nose to tail. Let's see what they're doing up at the front. It is still Castangina who is the fastest driver on track, and he is still within 0.2 of a second of Brogan Dyer's BMW. Gilroy, Grain and Hanowitz are absolutely inseparable as well, and Jerome Jongen is absolutely killing it in the Porsche Cup car. 21st place overall, and still got at least 5 cars between him and the next Porsche Cup contender. It is an absolute procession between these two. Oh, Florinda with a yellow flag. Florinda off track then. An incident for the number 44 Mercedes. Was tracking well ahead of the BMW of Leon West, the Bentley of Leon Wessels. Just into the final few corners here. Oh, the back end just let go on the exit to Luffield, and that will, yeah, one-way trip into the barrier. Not a big knock, but certainly a fair bit of time and a couple of positions lost. It looks like Steiner looking to get some overtaking action still. Still chasing Timmermans in the Porsche Cup car. He is carrying a bit of damage, but is keeping that thing planted for the moment. Timmermans certainly not getting a free run towards his pit stop. Still only Angelo Soberg and Jace Wright have come into the pits. Christophe Papai still in the pits. So that's a whole lot of damage for Christophe. Unfortunately, it was a ropey start for him on lap 1. Quick run into the wall on lap 2. And yeah, still in the pit. Steiner though, he's definitely keen for an overtake at the minute. Oh, big rotation. Good turn. Oh, and he's done well to hang on to that there. A whole lot of extra steering input put into the Porsche Cup car to keep that thing running. Oh, he's got very close on the braking again. Yeah, Timmermans doing his best to fend him off at the moment, but based on what we've seen, if Steiner had a complete car, you get the feeling he might be able to craft the way past. That damage might be the only thing keeping him behind at the minute. Brogan Dyer's been overtaken by Casangina. He's had an accident. He's had 2 accidents. Oh, Casangina going for it up the inside, out with the village complex. I've seen how close he's got through there, lap after lap, and onto the Wellington straight then. Oh, and he's put 2 wheels on the gravel. He's moved over the Porsche, he's trying to hold his ground, which he is going to do, and in towards Luffield, the BMW, round outside. So that a minor contact there. Let's have a look and see if there was any more on the way out of Luffield. So we can see if... Oh, yeah. Oh, a bit of a touch there. Oh, and he's done everything he can to hang on to the back of that. He's lit the tyres up. He's in contact with Konzig, who's got himself ahead temporarily. It's showing that Konzig is back into 3rd place, so there's been another overtake, in fact. Yeah, no, so there's another incident with Konzig that we're going to have a look at, but Konzig heading off the Hamilton straight. Wow, he's absolutely hanging on to the back of that car. Yeah, not sure what that replay was for, but certainly Casangina. What a run he's got. We've got Torben9112, thank you very much for the follow. You've joined us at quite the moment. The lead has changed hand. Casangina with Brogan Dyer now in 2nd. Oh, and Brogan Dyer's got a track limit warning. He's got a drive through. That is incredible. He's managed to catch right back up. He's popping out of the slipstream. He's going to go for it. He's absolutely going full send. He's got the car rotated and turned and got himself in the lead. The Porsche driver flashing his lights there. No quarter given nor asked between these two. Brogan Dyer with a drive-through penalty to serve in the next 3 laps, and he's going to have definitely going to have some of the paint from Casangina's car. Yeah, definitely a paint swapping exercise between the two teams. Brogan Dyer moving over, so maybe feeling he does have a case to answer there. Moves over. Oh, and he's pulled right over. He's completely missed that one. And yeah, slowing the car down. Is he letting... Oh, has he let Konzig ahead as well? Not sure what's going on there. We'll see if we can catch up. Maybe he was giving Konzig the position back. Gilroy and Grand then, they find themselves ahead of Hanowitz. Hanowitz is behind. Okay, so Hanowitz has had an accident. Hanowitz ahead of these two. Give me Helicam, please. not looked the most stable through there. The back of the McLaren all over the place, and the Mercedes absolutely handed the run. And on the exit, a little bit of contact. He finds two wheels on the gravel. He's come over. He's almost collected his teammate there. And that's put Hanowitz down into 6th position. David Grant up into 4th place. And Ben Gilroy now up into 5th. Brogan Dyer peels into the pits to serve his pit stop. He's got under an hour to do a mandatory tyre change and get back up the order if he can. Now is the time to go for those consistency points. If ever. Jerome Jongen does now have a bit more competition closing in. Steiner in 4th place. Still got Slama and McCulloch ahead of him, sorry. Where is Ross Hewlett and Lando Mock? Now only got two silver drivers separating them from Jongen. Still quite a few seconds though, about 8 seconds to go, but Jongen certainly at the minute looking good up at the front of the field. It'll all be about the pit stop now. Still at 37 degrees, so I'm sure the drivers will be encouraged to stay out till at least, as I say, that halfway mark in the race. That makes sure they get a good 45 minutes. Try not to go, no reason to go beyond 45 minutes with your tyres if you don't need to. With these temperatures, you know there's going to be some hard racing involved, and of course the Porsche Cup and the GT3 cars will be interacting throughout the race for sure. Oh, and that is very close still. Ben Gilroy still trying to find a way past, so he did get a positional improvement, but it wasn't at the expense of the Mercedes. And it is the Fear Nothing Moto driver that finds himself now ahead of the two-team Schumi Skins. Oh, good use of the brake there. Barely came off the accelerator as well. Absolutely knows how to work that. Oh, good feather in the accelerator once again. 2/10 behind. Coming up to the start-finish straight. Past the pit entrance. No one in on this lap. I've just noticed though McCulloch has taken his pit stop, so he's come in and got that done in the silver, so we'll see when he comes back out. Ericsson all over the back of Madsen then, who now finds himself second in the silvers, with Woolley currently running in third, within a second of Ericsson as well, so Woolley could look to make a move on Madsen if he can keep pace with Ericsson and catch up. We'll get a look at that in a second. I get the feeling that Ben Gilroy is going to be looking for an overtake here sooner rather than later. 2/10 of a second separate them on the way out of Maggots and Beckett, so there's going to be nothing separate them on the way to Jabba. Oh, he's trying to put it on the inside line. I'll see all the little bits of rubber there. And they're side by side on the exit as well. Oh, and he's almost done it, and has he got his nose in front? They're going to be side by side still into the final chicane before the Hamilton straight. The Mercedes brave on the brakes, runs wide on exit. A little bit of contact between the two of them, but it is the Mercedes of Grant that stays just ahead, and Gilroy furiously flashing those lights. Wasn't particularly a fan of the clubbing he got in club there. And Grant, but Grant does hold on to the position for the moment. Let's see how much longer that is the status quo. They've got through Abbey fairly unscathed. Into the village and out of Aintree we go with Team Schumi Skins. Got two cars chasing. And also let's now bring into the equation, just to keep everything a little bit spicy, Tyler Carr for the Fear Nothing Moto. So it now appears that Maverick has his goose. Tyler Carr closing in, so it's FNM, SMS, SMS, FNM, and that's not easy to say. FML. But Tyler Carr back to where he started. Hanowitz down in position. Gilroy and Grant up 3 and 2 respectively. Of course, Cass and Gina up 2 on to the lead. Hanowitz will be keen to get his position back. I'm sure he'll be telling the team engineers, well, Gilroy's already up 3, he can sacrifice 1 to get me back where it started. Tyler Carr could really apply the pressure if him and Grant work together well. I can see the two of them benefit massively from this. We'll see if track position is key. I'm looking at Lemos on the tower as well. Well, it was there, sorry, yeah, 10th position. Lemos all over the back of Dogatchere. A bit of a tricky start for Lemos as well. But having a good run at the moment. Silver leader Array ahead. Should be a fairly quick overtake. It's a lot of speed. Oh, there's a drive-through for Ericsson. Ericsson just inside the top 10 in the pros, and he's got himself a drive-through early doors. That's going to give Brogan Dyer someone to have a race with in the latter stages. In fact, where is Brogan Dyer? Oh, is Brogan out with the race? It looks like he is. Well, that could be a really costly mistake with the consistency points that's up for grabs. Yeah, definitely want to be finishing every single race and bring up as many points as you can. Ericsson is, sorry, that is Lemos, that is past Array there as we saw. Ericsson not far behind for Team Shimmy Skins. He's got that drive through to serve. We've got to look at Tyler Carr and Adrian Hanowitz still dueling out, and Gilroy still trying to find his way past Gran. Not making it easy. Casson Gina is making it easy for himself. He's now got 2.6 seconds over Damien Konzik, 2.3 sorry. It's just dipped down there. They've still got the pit stops to take again. I don't think it's going to be before another 8 minutes at least. Especially as we're now starting to see a bit of give in that track temperature. Oh, big rotation. Chasing them on the Hamilton straight, still big gap on the front. Ericsson comes in to serve his drive-through. Jerome Jongen now with a lot less cars between himself. Confirmation of drive-through is clear. A lot less cars between himself and Mock in second in the Porsche Cup cars. Not really sure where Hajo Horman went, but he was certainly keeping Jongen honest up at the front, and Mock could certainly look to fill in that job pretty soon as well. He is moving. Yeah, he is moving commensurately with Jongen. If the two of them can keep up this pace, it could be interesting when they come out of the pits. We'll see if the Cup cars, I'm going to assume they're going to do the 50-50 as well, given the temperature of the track. We'll see. Oh, and he's peeled into the pits then. Gilroy comes into the pits with only 40 minutes gone of the race. Wow, so a bit of an early pit stop then. Maybe felt he was getting held up a bit. So Hanowitz then will go on a charge to catch up. Tyler Carr now with one less vehicle ahead of him to chase. Let's get some time on screen for some of the Cup cars as well. In fact, just as I say that, Roskilde and Steiner both coming into the pits. So yeah, the turn one official is on his way out, and Steiner in and stationary, serving those requirements. One tyre change and some fuel, please. Marco Rosas still running in 23rd position as well. Mock catching up to a couple more cars. Tyler McCulloch is 5th overall, but of course the first driver in the silvers to take his pit stop. So we'll see where he slots back in. Got himself a good bit of clear track at the moment so looking like a very good idea to pit when he did. We'll see if it reaps any rewards come the end of the race. Kasbergen all over the back of Curtis for 13th. We've got Abelstad for Fear Nothing now being hunted down once again by Lemos in the Mercedes. The top four separating themselves out at the moment then. Gran Hanowitz second and a half. With another second and a half. Ooh, that looked like it might be a bit close there, but it came to nothing. Actually, yeah, Kaspergen, let's keep an eye on that because that does look... Oh, and he's got the move done. Oh yeah, nicely done. Out of Maggots and Beckett's. He's got that inside line into Stowe. Sorry, I called it Chapel earlier. Of course, it is Stowe, and yeah, nicely done on the inside in the beamer. He will be beaming ear to ear, getting that one done. Kaspergen then up to 13th position. David Gran has made his way into the pits with Tyler Carr. There is Carr. Wheeling his car into the pits. Let's do that and that. There is David Gran's Mercedes then. So they have answered in kind when fellow FNM car came into the pits. Sorry, Ben Gilroy came into the pits, the Team Schumi Skin car. So we'll see. He is rounding the last corner. Gran has been released. Is he going to be back out in front? He has been released, so it's definitely looking good for him. And he is on the pit exit, and he is at 10th place. He is still ahead, obviously, of Tyler Carr. Where is Ben Gilroy? Oh no, is Ben Gilroy ahead of him? No, he's not. No, there is Gilroy there. So Gran then didn't want to get caught out on the undercut, comes into the pits straight away and gets himself back out ahead of his teammate. And Ben Gilroy, who I think, is he now behind Tyler Carr? Sorry, sometimes takes a while. No, he's not, he's still ahead. So they've gone in and come out of the pits exactly as they were. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Lemos looking to venture his way up into 5th place at the expense of one of the Fear Nothing Moto drivers. And it's been quite the war of attrition so far. Oh, and Abelstead there keeping very calm under pressure and maintaining his racing line. Dogat Ray not far behind either. He won't be keen to get caught up in many battles as we see Abelstead coming into the pits. So that is another car up at the front coming in. We'll see if the cars around decide to come in again. No sign of casing. Kazunjina coming in at the moment. Neither Damien Konzig. Looking very quick, but 2.9 seconds behind the race leader. Hanowitz in 3rd place with DeLuca in 4th position. In the Porsche Cup cars, it is still Jerome Jongen leading the way. Macho is getting closer, but Mott is getting further back. So Jongen running very well at the moment. As we fast approach the halfway mark in round number 1 of the QRT Sunday Night League, powered by Coach Dave Delta. With everything that's going on, I haven't even mentioned the prizes. My apologies. There is drivers prizes for the drivers courtesy of Coach Dave Delta. There will be 6 3-month pass for their amazing Delta app. Prizes will be allocated to P1, P2 and P3 overall. Will receive a pass. Further passes will be issued for the Championship's most consistent, Championship's most valid laps, and best overtake of the Championship. So massive thank you to Coach Dave and their incredible app. It works absolute wonders. And I believe actually that oh, Wessels, check out the Coach Dave website. He's doing a walkthrough on the app. But Wessels then finding himself off track, car number 83 with an accident. Let's see. Team Schumi Skins looking for a move up the inside. Couldn't get it done, and in fact, is he ahead now? Let's see what's going on there. Oh, and that's all. Yep, sends it right up the middle, and it's the second contact that spins him round Wessels. 14th position without a pit stop. Now finds himself. That was at Grans and Gilroy. Gilroy trying to find his way past Grant, as a car is still in the background. That's Wessel's down quite a few positions. Abelstad has picked up a stop, go 32nd for speeding in the pit lane. Wow, so there we go. Top 10 positions are going to be all over the place after the pit stops and after the penalties have been served. Ben Gilroy still behind Grands though, that very much as you were. Gina still putting time on Konzig as well. 3.2 seconds is the gap there with Hanowitz at 6.7 seconds of a deficit. Wessel's coming into the pits quite unsurprisingly, I would say. Going to repair any damage that he's got. We've seen quite a few Cup cars come into the pits. In fact, all but one now, as Lieutenant Redeye makes it. There is someone on Twitch I watch called Redeye the Jedi, Jedi, something along those lines. But yeah, Lieutenant Redeye there. The penultimate Porsche Cup car to pit. It is Porsche Cup leading Jerome Jongen, going to be the last driver behind the wheel of a Cup car to do so. He is currently running in 16th position overall, not too bad. That's Tyler McCulloch. There's Jerome Jongen, sorry, up to 14th place with more cars coming into the pits. Abelstead coming and serve that stop go 30-second penalty. There's some podium setters coming into the pits as Hanowitz and Konzig both make their way into the pits. Konzig already stationary. DeLuca goes up to second spot for the EOS Esport Academy. Still going to take their pit, but yeah, certainly flown under the radar a bit, kept it nice and quick and clean and consistent. And yeah, on track second, with Lemos still behind as well. Hanowitz exiting the pits, but not before Konzig does. In fact, Hanowitz still stationary, sorry. Konzig on his way up. We'll see if Carson Gina answers. He was three or so seconds ahead. So we'll see if he comes in straight away. Oh, Gilroy looking to get past Grant still, and he's got a whole lot of slipstream this time at the Maggots and Beckett's. Can he convert it? No, he can't. I was going to say, can he convert it to an overtake on the exit before they get to Stowe? Oh, now I could have got that wrong twice there, because I may be wrong that I was wrong. It's going to be a very good exit. The Mercedes pulls over early doors. Both of the Team Shumi Skins cars pulling into line on the way into Stowe. He is a bit far back. That would be a full send, just using the slipstream to get nice and close. Into club they go once again. We'll see, where is Carson Gina? He's coming to the pits, so he has answered straight away, making sure he doesn't get undercut. Let's get back on the battle with Gilroy and the team. He is still sandwiched in the middle. No rear view mirror in this car. Oh, there's a screen, there we go. Deal of an onboard with the rear view mirror. Carson Gina's in the pits. We're on our way into Village with Grant, Gilroy and Hanowitz still. Car 1.3 seconds down the road. Definitely got the pace to catch back up in the next 40 minutes, that is for sure. And all over the back of the Mercedes they go. Team Shumi Skins definitely keen to get their cars ahead. And the Mercedes again pulls over to the left hand side quickly to give off any break off any slipstream and give himself the ability to take a defensive move as and when required. The Macho in the silvers has picked up a stop go 32nd. Wow, so that puts Madsen up on the podium. Schober back on the podium as well, back towards the podium as well. Got a bit of a race on. Ericsson's already served a drive-through back up to 15th position, 11th in the pros, and if he's got some decent consistency, there's going to be a few more points. So Ericsson, despite having a drive-through, can still see himself with a decent points tally. Through turn one we go again. DeLuca takes that pit stop. Lemos now leads the race with a pit stop to take. 50 minutes gone, 40 minutes left to go of round number one. This will be on the YouTube page, make sure you jump on there. Remember, we've got Nürburgring, Monza, Spa and Valencia on this calendar. It's going to be incredible. Speaking of incredible, here comes Tyler Carr. On board with the Mustang, and it is once again Team Shimmy Skins flanked by the Fear Nothing Moto team, and they've got, I think, is that blue flags just ahead of them? Yes, it is, moving over to the right hand side, getting themselves out of the way for all the drivers, all four getting through. Oh, Tyler Carr, yeah, not quite as smooth as he would have liked to have run, a bit deep just to make sure he didn't make contact. But it won't take him long to catch back up, throw it towards that inside sausage curb, and once again throw the car towards that inside sausage curb. Look for the best exit you can onto the Wellington straight, and it looks like it is. He's got the move done then, Gilroy, while we've been on board there. Sorry, Hanowitz has got past them both, and Grant's going to trying to take the position back. He's not going to manage it. There's Doga Charade that's just ahead of him. My apologies, I had no idea that was quite happening there, because yes, so they went 3 wide. The Hanowitz went right up the inside. They went 3 wide. The Hanowitz was on the inside. Grant ended up on the inside, in the middle there while we were on board. And yeah, the FNM team losing it on a spot. Hanowitz gaining 2 and getting himself back up into 4th position, which is effectively going to be 3rd place when Lemos comes in to take the pits. What a race this is. Oh, the Porsche Cup car, that's Echo Air there, just being passed by some of the drivers up, battling for podium positions in the GT3s. Ericsson catching up to Madsen, Mashko serving the stock goal 32nd penalty. Kasbergen and Jace Wright once again battling. This time it's Kasbergen chasing Wright with the repaired Lamborghini, so should be running a bit quicker. We've also got Revin Kevin 69. Revin Kevin, absolutely love that, phenomenal name. Thank you very much for the follow for QRT. Welcome in everyone that is. I hope you are enjoying the race, and if you're not, then I'm not quite sure you're a sim racing fan, if I'm being honest, but it has been an absolute cracker. Jerome Jongen, the Porsche Cup car leader, has taken his pit stop, and Lando Mock is still holding on to a podium position. And then it is Rosculet who is in 3rd place for the moment. Got a good 5 seconds back to Slammer. Behind them, Steiner and Timmermans in the Cup cars, still having themselves bit of a duking it out. Oh, is heading down towards the Hamilton straight. It's going to be a good exit required for Steiner if he's going to get this done before they get to Village. Oh, and it's a little bit wide there by Timmerman. Steiner keeping it nice and neat though. Well, Planik is getting close to Mock as well. He'll be past here pretty soon. The Porsche on GT3 action in the Village Complex. Got Masco freshly out of the pits after his stock goal 32nd penalty. He is looking to get past these two, and he is going to have a bit of a job of it in a straight line at times, that's for sure. Steiner not able to get past Timmermans for the moment. We've got Gianluca De Luca out of the pits, 7th position ahead of Bruno Lemos, who has now taken their pit stop. The last driver to do so, Juan Sebastian Casangina, leading the way with Damien Konzik only 8/10 down the road, and then it's Adrian Hanowitz 10 seconds down the road, with Gran still sandwiched by SMS, or once again sandwiched by SMS drivers, and it's once again Hanowitz who is the driver at the top of the tree for the team Shimmy Skins. That's just all jumped all over the place. Tyler Carr now all over the back of Gilroy. Gilroy spent such a long time trying to get his way past Gran. It's now Carr that he's going to be massively fending off. We've got a yellow flag just coming in. Milos Mashko just finding his way off track. I'm going to very quickly hydrate. What a phenomenal opening hour it's been. Give me 2 seconds to hydrate and I will be right back with you. there we go. So much QRT action going on. Remember, Thursday night we've got the continuation of season 4 of the GT3 seasons. It's at Spa. We've just had the Endurance Series at Spa as well. The Endurance Series will continue on as well. You can sign up to all of those on the host page on SimGrid for QRT. So if you do enjoy racing, do make sure you get yourself over there. An incredible community, and as you can see, these races absolutely phenomenal. There is the link there, so yeah, do jump over, get yourself signed up. Damien Konzig on Thursday night, GT3 Season 4. He is the Season 3 champion, wrapped it up in 4 races in Season 3. Last night he was 4/10 behind the leader for the entirety of the race. Brought home the fastest lap in 2nd place and is now once again 4/10 behind the leader. Can he break his duck this season and get himself a race winner? As Carson Gina going to fend him off. Of course, solid start by Brogan Dyer, but a drive-through penalty, and he is no longer in the race. Meaning Hanowitz is up and back into 3rd place. Tyler Carr, let's jump on board with his Mustang. Another car that does sound very good. I know, I'm sorry, we shouldn't use chase camera. But it does sound very good. Carr all over the back of Gilroy, still Gilroy now dropping, so he is once again behind. What an incredible battle they have had. Abelstad and Kasbergen, my apologies. Let's jump down there and see how this is getting on. Abelstad, of course, with a penalty, a stop-go 32nd for speeding in the pit lane, and that's now put him behind Kasbergen and Jace Wright. Jace Wright soaking up all the pressure for the moment. But certainly Kasbergen keen to get that spot, and the McLaren's going to look for the opening there. I've often said it's the 3rd car in the equation that is the best position they can choose which line to take as the 2 cars battle. The QRT BMW going full offense and defense. Jace Wright absolutely soaking it up in the Lamborghini at the minute. What a drive by him. Carr still all over the back of Gilroy. Abelstad all over the back. Oh, he's going to be shown the extreme inside line, and now he's gone back. Oh, and Kasbergen's going to get a massive slap on the wrist for that. I think that was more than one move. It was a bit drifty, a bit slow. We'll see. I'm not a steward, but I think just on first glance that might be slightly over defending, as he's almost gone for it right up the inside. Jace Wright still ahead. The BMW is still ahead of Abelstead. Abelstead definitely looking the quicker of the two of those. You can see right on the back of him on the Wellington straight sends an early signal. I'm going to have this inside line. Oh, and he's not quite close enough to get it alongside in the braking zone, and thankfully wasn't quite close enough to make contact, but out of Luffield. He's going to need a very good exit. And 2 slightly different lines there. You see the apex, the exit of Luffield slightly differently there, and that has left the gap between the 2 of them. We've also got a driver, Ralph Vest was getting a shout in the chat. He gave us a follow as well. He is Apex Driving Schools number 8, and he's got Schoberg just ahead of him. So overtakes going on right throughout the field. Carr still behind Gilroy. Carson Gina still ahead of Konzig for the moment. How long will that continue? He's been absolutely solid since the start of the race. And Abelstead, we're going to need to jump back there because that is still very, very close indeed. Tyler McCullough with a white. Tyler McCullough. There is so much going on. We've broken the commentator. We might need to do a factory reset. Tyler McCulloch with invalidating his lap there. He needs to be careful. Track limits. He doesn't want to blow that podium with a drive-through. 30 minutes still left to go. Need to work smarter, not harder sometimes. As the BMW are coming under all kinds of pressure. He's having to work smart and hard at the minute, and it is paying dividends. But will it be temporarily? He's going to struggle to find a way past Jace Wright. I know Jace from quite a few leagues, and he is absolutely solid behind the wheel of any car, let alone a Lamborghini. And he is positioning that car exactly where he needs to, lap after lap, corner after corner, apex after apex, and it is keeping these two firmly behind them. Can Abelstead find some way of slingshotting past at least one of them? Because Kaspergen certainly has indicated that he is keen for that position. In fact, we'll jump on and check Tyler Carr at the minute and see how he is getting on, because that is very close. Konzig still 6/10 off the top. Oh, and we've got a yellow flag. Oh, Kaspergen and Jace Wright. Let's see what's happened here. Oh, so this is from a long way back. If Kaspergen's gone from it here, I'm going to... Yeah, that's a long way back. And yeah, he's pulled over completely to give the position back to the Lamborghini. It's an ill wind that blows nobody some good, and the American flag will be unfurling to Tyler Carr. He's just gone up. It's 2 positions then. And that has been very good for Tyler there. Not so great for Jace Wright and Kaspergen. Sorry, not Tyler Carr. Was it Tyler Carr they were racing, Matt? There was so much going on there, I've actually got myself confused as to who they were driving with there, sorry. No, they weren't quite that far up, it was Angelo. But yeah, they both dropped back down the order. Kaspergen is still up 6 places overall, he is still behind Jace Wright. It was Abelstead. My apologies, Abelstead. There is Solberg, has been overtaken by, or sorry, it's catching up to Ryan Madsen. With Vest still closing in as well, and Damien Konzig is back. He just is the one of the most complete drivers I've ever seen. A lot of these drivers really are, but he can spend an entire race up at the front on his own, consistently lapping, fully concentrated and bringing it home. He can spend an entire race absolutely parked on the rear spoiler of the car ahead. One minor misjudgment by either of these drivers, and it has huge ramifications to their positions in the race. And Konzig absolutely tearing the wheels off of this McLaren, trying to keep up with the 911 with the Porsche. And as we said, Gina doing an absolutely incredible job to keep a Porsche out in front at such a high speed track is no mean feat. And he is doing so fairly spectacularly at the moment. Oh, Ryan Madsen just finding himself off track there. Ferrari a little bit far behind. I don't think there's been contact from there. Ooh, Maggots and Beckett, that was a lot of brakes. That's lift off oversteer. And that is almost a free trip into Les Barrières, but Madsen avoiding the damage. Maybe the McLaren can make the same move as the Porsche pulled on me. Potentially. Potentially. Somebody's going to have to do something if they're going to get an overtake done, because they're absolutely inseparable still, Brogan. You should have hung in, honestly, mate. The amount of points that you're going to lose compared to the rest of the field, this is going to be a big... yeah, the consistency points in this are going to be very, very important. It'll be fascinating to see who brings home the most consistency points, because yeah, 10 points for the most consistent car when there's only 1 point between the positions is going to be, yeah, absolute championship changing. Oh, these two are still absolutely on it. Oh, hit the pit limit. Oh, nightmare. Abelstad, has he just got past? Car coming... Oh, that's Madsen coming into the pits then. Maybe he did get a bit of damage. I must have Abelstad up to 16th position. Kasbergen 19th place. Well, Madsen now pulling in the pits. Doesn't look massively damaged, but certainly, yeah, a strange time to pull into the pits if he's not carrying any damage. Kasbergen still trying to find his way past Jace Wright. It's been an absolute Herculean battle between these two, and Ralph Vest has just pulled an overtake on Solberg through the traffic. Let's see if we can catch a little look at this one from Helicam. So here is Vest catching up to Solberg. Solberg with a tough start to the race. Extra tip at the pits to repair a bit of damage. A penalty, sorry. No, it was damage. And here we can see into Stowe. Very nicely done. The two Porsches ahead. Almost coming together themselves as Solberg sees Vest with a very solid overtake indeed. Vest then up into third place, sorry. Vest up onto the podium. That's a podium change. Where is my teammate gone? In the huff. He threw his toys out the pram and had a rage quit. It's terrible. And we've confirmed he's got fat fingers as well. Because, yeah, he hit the pillar. He was up at the front of the field. But not to be for the moment. Are you racing in this series, Darrell, or have you got something else on Sundays? Kronzek, oh, now he's coming up to the battle with Kasbergen. This is going to be fun, isn't it? So that's the battle with Kasbergen very quickly. He knows how to fight, but when it's the blue flags and it's the race leaders, yep, get yourself out of the way pronto. Jace Wright, I imagine, will do exactly the same thing very quickly indeed. Sundays are for chilling, says Darrell. Yeah, we can definitely find a spot for you. Oh, that's a good exit by both cars. They've navigated their way past that traffic pretty handily. Solberg has done so as well, but he does have Abelstad closing in behind him. Abelstad bringing Woolley in the slipstream as well. That's a nice livery with the dragon on the side, actually. Yeah, we like that. We do like the liveries that we see out here. Jerome Yongang, loving to see in the QRT Porsche Cup livery. And they will be loving seeing that on the top spot of the podium with 22 minutes left to go. It's Lando Mock in second place for Echo Air Racing, and Rosculet for Turn 1 FRL's official 992 Cup car on the podium as well. 4 seconds back though is Silviu Slama, the second car for Turn 1 FRL, and they find themselves trying to close in on their teammates. Really still behind Abelstad, and Ferrari trying to find their way past. Timmermans and Steiner have traded positions as Timmermans looking to trade back again if he can with some more GT3 traffic, making that a bit tricky for the moment. Kasbergen once again right on the back of Jace Wright. He's in full slipstream mode. He's going to have a look up the inside on the way out of the Wellington straight. No, he's not, because he's not quite close enough. Again, the Lamborghini getting it done in a straight line. The BMW opening up all kinds of corners, trying to get a better corner exit someplace, any place, just one place, says Kasbergen. Give me a look, but Jace Wright quite happy hanging on to the position he has crafted himself out. They've got 5 silvers ahead of them, so 13th position in the pros. And again, some good consistency points, and they can see themselves absolutely mixing it up at the top of the championship. If you finish in the top 10 and you're the most consistent driver, you've got a good shot of being the championship leader going into round number 2. And good to see as well, not much in the way of first lap incidents either. So no drive-throughs, no penalty points from the drivers. It's good to see tough, stringent lap 1 penalties that really can keep the drivers in check. At least let them get their tyres up to temperature before they go full beans on the overtake. And Kasbergen trying to go full beans into Stowe. Oh, just that slightest bit of instability as he aimed it at the apex. Couldn't quite get the power down in the Lambo. It stays exactly as was. Kasbergen closing him under braking. Oh, and that's a bit of a mistake there by Jace Wright. He's going to need to be careful with those. Don't want too many. I don't want any track limit warnings. Let's face it, Hamilton Straight, these two absolutely pinned together. So too Woolley. In fact, he's got past Abelstad. Oh, we've got a post-cup car just out the way, but Abelstad has been overtaken by Woolley. Damien Konzig is still in second place. 1.3 seconds is the gap there, and Tyler Carr and Ben Gilroy are still having an absolute classic of a fight here. As the head into Villa is only 3 tenths separate them still. Kasbergen half a second still down on right, with Abelstad down behind Woolley. He'll look to get that back if he can. Casangina with less than 20 minutes to go. Got an absolutely solid overtake. Some might say ice hockey, others may not. But yeah, solid overtake either way to take the lead, and has not looked back. If he has looked back, he's seen Damien Konzig. But Konzig now 1.4 seconds, maybe going for that consistency award. Casangina bringing home the award for fastest lap at the moment as well. Still Abelstad and Willie Jongen doing an absolute phenomenal job at the front of the Porsche Cup cars. Absolutely solid drive. He has got a lifetime between himself and Lando Mock in second place. Mock with Rosculet in third position still. Slama looking to close up on his teammate if he can, make it an interesting finish. Timmermans and Steiner definitely going to be ones to watch out for in the highlights. Oh, Timmermans there, that's a highlight. Not one that Timmermans will be keen on. Oh yeah, his post-cup car tyres are absolutely struggling, as he's got the race leader right behind him in the full-on Porsche. Zips past like he's standing still. Here comes Damien Konzig to go flying on through as well. Solid flash of lights, goes to the outside, throws it at that apex. Konzig absolutely committed still surely to winning himself a race. Second place on Thursday night, and currently running second place here. 17 seconds to go. Track temperatures only yielded by 2 degrees. 35 degrees it still sits at. That was a Porsche passing very quickly there on the inside as it jammed on the brakes. The top two sail on through though, as the McLaren drivers still hunting down the Porsche. Despite the LFM bop, the McLaren drivers really bringing it. 3 of them in the top 5. Not too shabby at all. Certainly Sunday's beside, I can't make the next 2 due to VCO and iRace event. Okay. Oh, Damien got P1 after penalties. Wow, I thought that, yeah, well, the fastest lap. I know that he got the fastest lap, and that's 3 points. So yeah, that's definitely gone in his favour as well. So yeah, that's quite the start to the championship then. It's going to be interesting with the ballast for Thursday night. Success ballast for the Thursday night series. You'll love to see it. 30, 20 and 10 seconds for the top 3 in the championship at the start of the applicable rounds. Oh, Kasbergen still trying to get his way past Jace Wright. Here comes Leon Wessels then. Is it going to be 2 for 1 for Wessels, or is Kasbergen going to be able to use Wessels to his advantage? Go for an overtake plan. Wessels' car out there and see if he can slingshot past the Lambo at the minute. He hasn't been able to do so himself, and Wessels really closing in on that Bentley. That thing in a straight line, destroying the BMW when it's in the slipstream. The BMW staying just off the racing line there so as not to assist Wessels too much. Into Village to go. Well, very safe middle line there for Wessels, just eyeing up the opposition ahead. Doesn't want to get too close at the wrong stage of the corner. Piles very close to him, right at the apex, onto the Wellington straight. It's a good exit by Wessels. Bit of a timid one by Kasbergen. Could have used a lot more of the corner exit. We're certainly going to see that played out in the straight line speed that they get to on the way into the final couple of corners. The Luffield exit here going to be all important for the BMW. He's looking ever so slightly sketchy behind this Bentley, in front of this Bentley at the moment. It might just be how well Wessels is driving. He is really keen. Well, he's certainly keen to get the overtake done, but he's not overly keen to make any rash decisions. He's keeping this one very neat, just sizing up the opposition. Oh, the BMW just running a bit wide once again. Those little chinks in the armour really will be exploited by drivers like Wessels as they go into Maggotts and Beckett's. Wessels could have certainly forced the side-by-side there if he wanted the BMW. Wow, really throwing in and relying on the brakes and the rotation. Wessels keeping it nice and neat. He had a very good line there. And the BMW 2 wheels onto the gravel on the way out. And it is the Bentley once again heavily pulling closer into this with the slipstream. He's going to have a look around the outside. Oh, now is the cutback going to be on for him? It's not. The BMW. Very nice work again by Kasbergen. While all this is going on, J Strike not exactly able to break away. They've got two Post Cup cars just ahead of them, but you can see Kasbergen still very much keeping right in the thick of the action between these two. Just checking up at the front, Konzik is still in second place with Kassengina still solidly leading the way. I looked away for a millisecond there. What have I missed? We're missing a car. Did Kasbergen just bin it? Oh no, he's still there. My apologies, he was just right on the inside line. I looked down for a second and his car was completely gone. There we can see just how close that Bentley is getting to him at the minute. Once again along the Wellington straight, it is the Bentley hunting the BMW. It's Wessels hunting Kasbergen. He's a bit closer than he was the last time around, and Kasbergen acknowledges that and once again leaves him the space. The Bentley says thank you very much and pops his nose in front on the Luffield exit. Here we go then, past the pit entrance. There's two wheels on the inside for Kasbergen, two wheels on the outside for Wessels, and Wessels has got his nose in front. Kasbergen making sure he doesn't leave more room than he absolutely needs to. But across the start finish line, it's the Bentley in front and into turn at number one. It is the Bentley. Oh, going a bit sideways, manages to hang on, but I think he's run over the track limits there. Unless he had a bit of a lift, that could be a track limit warning. 12 minutes to go. Don't pick up a drive-through. Stunning driving by the two drivers, the BMW and the Bentley, two of the widest cars out on track, and go side by side like it ain't no thing. They've got right back up to one of the Porsche Cup cars as well, as it's Kasbergen makes a good run out the exit. As Chase Ryder got held up by the Porsche Cup car, and it's a Bentley. It's going to make it 2-4-2 through the corners. The Porsche Cup car panicking in the middle. Chase right in the middle, slight bit of contact there between the BMW, and here comes the Mercedes. Is that Lemos looking to put a lap up on these drivers? Or is that Florinda? Who's that in the Mercedes? But whoever it is, the Bentley driver has sailed on through. Jace Wright is still just ahead of Kasbergen, and I think that is Lemos in 8th position. Oh, no it's not. No, it's not. Oh, I've lost it. Oh, Neo Ericsson coming through. Oh, that is Jace Wright. No, it's not. There's another Lamborghini, so we've got another spinner someplace. And we've got the Mercedes number 230. It's David Granz up on the up in 4th position, making his way through. Sorry, so it's David Granz up in 4th looking to get his way past, and that is the key. That is the key. And it's completely escaped me. Kasbergen. Wow, that is the key Kasbergen needed to get himself past the Jace Wright after many laps behind that Lamborghini. What an absolute battle. Let's see if Jace Wright has got anything in the locker he can use to come back at him. The Porsche Cup car, most fortuitous there for Kasbergen, and of course David Grant coming through in 4th position. He is flashing the lights at the car ahead. He is keen to catch up to Hanovitz if he can. He's got 5 seconds to make up there. Woolley as well, still just behind Schulberg as the race leader coming past there. And speaking of race leaders, what a drive it's been for Kassengina. Started in 3rd place. He was a 10th off pole position and started in 3rd because Konzig was 800ths off a pole position. Incredible stuff But he got himself into the lead and he has absolutely kept him there. A phenomenal drive for the Shumi Skins driver. Now got another back marker separating him from his closest rival, which has been Damien Konzig. Konzig's done a phenomenal job, and there is another back marker. This is all playing right into the hands of Kasenjia as we fast approach the last 10 minutes of what has been another absolute banger of a race from QRT. Jace Wright now behind Kasbergen, half a second of a gap. Can he look to fight back and retake that position? Marshall, who served a penalty earlier on in the race, has completely escaped my gaze. There he is there for the Kreminka racing team. Catching back up to the Porsche Cup car, should be overtaken there pretty quickly. And Steiner, now that he's got himself well and truly past Timmermans, has well and truly got himself past. That's a 2-second gap. Timmermans, the Porsche Cup car, we saw getting very close to the race leaders as they all try to make their way past. Scintillating stuff. You can watch it all, of course, on the YouTube channel. Everything now back catalogued on the QRT YouTube page. It's straight where I go as soon as the race is finished. It does take, you've got to wait 24 hours to upload them from Twitch. You can watch them on Twitch and then you can watch them on YouTube. And yeah, so tonight after this broadcast, I'll be watching last Thursday's, and then after Thursdays I'll watch tonight's, and yeah, follow on and follow on. So yeah, you can get a good catch up on the series, but do make sure you get over there and check it out. It's just an incredible season after season. Damien Konzig has had an incredible race once again. Thursday night he was in second place, an average of 4/10 behind the race leader. He's once again in second place after a tough race. But further down those, Kasenjia is doing unbelievable stuff up at the front. Now got a 1.7 second gap. It's almost as if they've said to themselves, okay, last 10 minutes, let's put this to bed, make sure it's not even a conversation anymore. And in the last 2 minutes, that's a lot of time that Kasenjia has put between himself and the aforementioned Konzig. Another driver putting in an absolute stellar performance. Jerome Jongen at the front of the field in the Porsche Cup cars. Got Madsen behind in the Aston Martin, so 21st overall potentially, maybe even 20th. But it will be a race win for Jongen in the Cup cars with 3 silver, between himself and the nearest Porsche Cup car there. 24th place overall, Lando Mock on the podium. Roskilde still on the podium as well and extending his gap to Slama behind. That's 3.7 seconds that's now sitting at, so been a considerable increase since they exited the pits, and that is considerably more grip in the braking zone for the Aston Martin over the Cup car. I know, right? Who'd have thunk it? Got a bit of a weird split across the screen there. Hopefully that is not causing any issues with the visibility on the stream. Let's see what's going on. Still 1.7 seconds up at the front. Kasenjia absolutely supreme up at the front. I'm going to have to very quickly grab my thesaurus and try and find as many different words for amazing as we can. Yeah, just to confirm, fast as that, 1 minute 58.4. So very good. In the 57s in quali. Slightly colder track temp in quali, I believe. If memory serves, there's been so much going on, I'm not even sure what day of the week it is, to be honest. It's a 34-degree track temperature at the minute, which is 3 degrees down on where it started. Josh Woolley still behind Avelstad, the silver driver, maybe being a bit polite to the pro up ahead. Definitely putting in sector times that are more than commensurate with the pro driver ahead. And Avelstead actually now catching up to Schober, so this is going up, and that's almost the back of that McLaren completely gone there. But yeah, Woolley is looking for 4th place in the silvers, and Schoberg, the car ahead of Avelstad, is that 4th position. 5 minutes left to go. Ablestead, I'm sure we'll be hoping that Ablestead can catch up to Schoberg, make his life that little bit easier. Getting that position done. Some good points for 5th though. I'm sure 4th will be just that bit nicer. Oh, that's not the exit they wanted from Luffield though, as Ablestead and Schoberg disappear off into the distance. We should really get some gratuitous camera time for the race leader. They've been on their own up at the front, although we should get some camera time for the Porsche Cup cars as well. They've had a good race. Slama now being overtaken. That's Damien Konzig and a couple of other cars involved. That's Masho coming past there as well, so Slamo just ahead. CRX Shane, great stream, comment race, top notch. Thank you very much, Shane, I'm glad you enjoyed. The racing here is always, honestly, oh, Roskilde there, just as I looked away, he's taking a bit of contact in the Porsche Cup car. That's had a big old spin. Where is Slama? Has that put Slama ahead? It has. Slama up onto the podium then. Let me see. Oh, is it contact with Konzig into Stowe? Oh, the BMW coming in behind Masho. Oh, add insult to injury. As he rotated, he saw his teammate take the podium. I mean, I'd imagine it's a minor consolation that it's his teammate that's going to take the podium, but yeah, still in the grand scheme of things, that's absolutely not what you want to see. Rubbing salt in the wound as you rotate. Not very nice. Kasengia. Solid drive still, another half a second on Damien Konzig. The traffic coming thick and fast, and so is the lap times. It does look like Kasenjina is now blue flag free to the end of the race. Konzig not that far behind still, but is definitely starting to lose time a bit. 2.5 seconds is now that gap. You can see Kasenjina still in the Magazine Beckett sector. That is Vest. 3rd place in the Silvers, in 13th position, just ahead of Konzig. A whole lot of dust kicking up in the air as they make their way through. Willie still behind Ablestad, who's still chasing Schoberg, and Planik looking to hunt down Madsen. A bit of BMW on Aston Martin action brewing just outside the top 5 in the Silvers. Solid race by quite a few drivers. I think it definitely, it's one of these where you, if you're asked to pick driver of the day, you just play Swiss and say, yeah, we'll leave that to the steward. That's not something that we pick. I just bring you the action that the drivers managed to treat us to. Been quite a few performances here worthy of a monster pat on the back. Kasenjina, of course, going to be one of them. Jerome Jongen as well. In the Porsche Cup car, it's not bad. He's lapping in the 209s. His fastest lap though has been a 202, and he's still managing to rock 22nd place overall in that Cup car. So that's some great consistency. Madsen and Planik look like they could be swapping positions pretty soon. And Jace Wright not able to keep pace since the back tyres got cooked with that contact. He's now 4 seconds down on Kasbergen. Absolutely cannot wait to see these battles reignited again next time out at the Nürburgring. Feels like an absolute lifetime since I've been to the Nürburgring, and it does not feel like a lifetime since this race started. It definitely doesn't feel like 90 minutes. It feels like 2 seconds. And Kasenjina is on the final lap. It has been a near flawless performance by the Porsche driver in the incredible Schumi Skins livery. Again, another camera we shouldn't really use during the race, but that livery, absolutely worth it, Your Honour. 3 seconds down the road, Damien Konzig looking good for that podium, and Adrian Hanowitz, phenomenal double overtake, using the Porsche Cup traffic and a blue flag car to get himself 2 positions and back up into the podium spots. But we will stay on board with Casangina for his final lap, heading towards... Oh no, Jace Wright with a yellow flag. Yeah, a bit of an incident for Wright in the closing stages. That is insane. Right down to the end, Silverstone. A very cruel mistress if you treat her incorrectly. Through Abbey though, and into the village complex for Casangina. It's been lap after lap here. 45 of them completed in the opening 90 minutes. The mandatory pit stop done and dusted. And the Porsche driver is going to bring home a solid lead, 30 points, and dare I say, a couple of points for consistency could be on the way as well. Make sure you keep up to date with Discord, and we'll bring you the full points next week as well. We'll be back same time next week. The consistency points will get added. 10-8, as he quickly reminds himself. Yeah, 10-8, 6, 4 and 2 for first down to fifth in the consistency charts. But it is Juan Sebastian Casangina. What a drive. Crosses the line and takes the checkered flag with a 3.5 second gap over Damien Konzig. No mean feat given he was a Season 3 GT3 champion. And David Gran, what a drive as well. Almost came a cropper making his way through the field, but did survive all the way to the end to round out the GT3 Pro podium. A bit of a wiggle across the line with one of the Cup cars just ahead of him. There is Casangina there. And of course in the silvers it's Dogat who barely got a mention there in that second half of the race. My apologies, Dogat's in the Majestic 18. Took the lead of the race in the first half and absolutely did not look back as he drives along the Wellington Straight to victory, much like the driver just ahead, Jerome Jongen, in the Porsche Cup car. He is going to win round number 1 of the QRT Sunday Night League, powered by Coach Dave Delta. Of course, prizes up for grabs, and Jongen has put himself in a phenomenal position to bag one of said prizes. He is going to take the checkered flag, and directly behind him is Dogat bringing home the silver win. And where has he gone? There he is there, Dogat with the silver win. A couple more cars to come across the line with confirmation. McCulloch did finish in second in the silvers, and it was Ralph Vest finishing in third in the silver, so solid podium there. Also in the Porsche Cup cars, it was Mock and Slammer that rounded out the podium there as well. Right, let's grab the highlights and the replay because reasons. And we'll bring up the timetables to get some confirmation.
Green light, go, go, go.
Oh, no, it's popped over already. Yep, we'll need to get that looked at, most definitely. We'll get that fixed for next time so we can grab the results. Do we still have? No, they've all moved. So, let's pop that up for the moment. All hail QRT. Absolutely incredible stuff once again. What an opening to the Sunday Night League. Absolutely, as you would expect, a barn burner from start to finish. And we'll be back next week with even more action from the Nürburgring. That is, of course, next Sunday. Thursday night, QRT are back at Spa. Oh yes, the continuation of the GT3 Season 4. Might even still be a couple of spaces to sign up to that one. The only way to find out, get yourself on to the QRT Esports host page on SimGrid, and you can get yourself signed up, of course. This evening's Sunday Night League, powered by Coach Dave Delta. There are prizes up for grabs for our combatants. 6 3-month passes are available for the Delta app. We've got P1, P2 and P3 overall will receive a pass each. Further passes will be issued for championships, most consistent championships, most valid laps and best overtake of the championship. Adrian Hanowitz in the running for that one at the moment, it has to be said, because that was a cracker to take 2 positions and get himself onto the podium. That would be my humble opinion. I'm sure that will be debated hotly in Discord. Please do enjoy if you get involved. Started 20th and finished 13th. I'll take it. Ralph Vest, absolute hats off. Phenomenal return. Doggy Diga, yes indeed. Great race. I've not spun myself twice. I may be battling for P2 or P1. Well, you know what they say, every second you spend on track is a learning experience. How you carry that on is what is important. And that was, sorry, let me just, oh no it's not, there we go, the text is fine. But yeah, we will leave you with the highlights from this evening's race, and then 24 hours from now it'll be uploaded to YouTube for you to watch back at your viewing pleasure. I'll be back on Thursday night with round number 2 of the season, GT3 Season 4 from Spa, and we'll be back at the same time next week for round number 2 of the Sunday Night League, the Nürburgring. Oh yes, it's going to be an absolute cracker. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in this evening. Of course, thank you to Apex Vest, Torben and Revin Kevin. Not just for the Revin, but for the follows as well. Big shout out to everyone that's been in the chat. My name has been John Wright, aka Double O Raven, and until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and have a great rest of your night. Good night.